Take me out to the ball game. These NYC fans were in my mentions last night after we proved New York was red.
Yeah. I
And
saw them
they,
all over Twitter. They're like,
yeah,
look at our MLS Cup. Look at our
yeah.
MLS Cup.
And I
They're
was
like,
like,
"But
I
talk to
can't
us
even,
when you win a trophy."
I was like, I can't even see it because your banner doesn't exist, does it? You and
Mhm.
your baby banner. Um, Big movements for NYCFC. Lots of good work out of them. Um, Striker Alonso Martinez confirmed today from Lommel SK, a city football group implant. Burke Risha, a defender from Molde. U22 signing Munsef Bakrar from NK Istra, a very good addition so far. Homegrown signing Drew Baera. Andres Pereira on loan, one that went under the radar for me. Another U22 signing in Julian Fernandez from Velez Sarfield, which is a great get for them. They've gone out and gotten three number nines after spending most of the year without it. Um, and three very effective number nines. Bakrar played in their first League Cup game, and everyone was like, oh, so this is what it's like to play football. Because it just changed the game for them. On the out and out for our friends in the baseball stadium, Gabby Pereira goes on to Qatar for a good bit of money. Tati Castellanos out to Lazio for a good bit of money. Tony Alfaro over to LA on trade. Um, I'll let you go first. I'm tired of talking.
Okay. Well, you're probably not gonna like this, but I mean, I'll just say it. I think it's an A window, honestly. I think they improved their team very, very much, especially from where they were previously. Fernandez, like you had said, that's a great get. 19 years old, has tons of minutes already in the top league of Argentina. Definitely a bit of a pricier buy, but I think it'll be worth it. Bakrar, I think, is could be the steal of the window for them. I think, like you said, bringing in a striker finally it will change things a lot for this team. I think that's a fantastic get. Uh, Brought in a center back to fill the depth that was lost with Alfaro leaving. And I think on top of the guys that they brought in, I think they did a really good job selling too. Got a huge chunk of money for Tati Castellanos, 15 million, 5 million more, at least in terms of what's being shown than Brenner, for a guy that's a year older. So that's a good deal. And they cashed out on Gabby Pereira too. Um, Obviously Gabby Pereira 21 had good potential, could have potentially went for very high fee in the future, but I mean you locked in 10 million for a guy who was putting up okay to decent, like okay to good stats. Um so I think they sold phenomenally well and I think they replaced it really well as well. I think they've brought in guys where they could maybe make a playoff push as well. They're not far out of the playoffs right now.
No, playoffs are very, very close, and they still will be. Um, I don't disagree with you. I'm not going to give them an A because I'm not going to
It's
do
in
it.
your blood. You can't do
Yeah.
it.
Um, no, but I completely agree with you. They went in, they cashed in on players. I don't think Gabby Pereira was going for anything more than 10. So the fact they can get him out for that,
They
great.
sold him for the same money as Brenner. I mean, obviously Brenner, like you said, there's probably add-ons and whatnot, but it looks like at least in terms of base, like just money in and out from the get-go, they sold him for the same amount as Brenner, which is wild to me.
Right. And that's exactly it, right? They're finding good deals and cashing in, but this is what Red Bull thinks they're doing when they sign kids at 18 years old and like, oh, we're gonna flip them for 10 mil, and they end up walking on a free. These guys are putting in the money for proper players and getting them out. Um, there are some other rumored moves as well. I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but Thiago Andrade is out as well. He left a little bit ago, but completely new look. You've got a couple new a couple new wing players to replace um, Andrades and Gabby Pereira and players like that. Um, a pure number nine, which is going to be very, very good for them. That allows Tyus Magno to float out wide. Pereira comes in from Philly just to solidify that midfield. It's a good winner. They got a center back too, give them a bit of center back depth to allow either James Sands or Justin Hack to move into midfield. And the big part is right, they've got money to play with now. So listen, B plus because they lost Tony Alfaro, and you can't get an A if you lose Tony Alfaro. That's my new. That's my new. They've done well. They've done. This is what Red Bull thinks that they're doing, but they're not. Right. And it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating because it's not like City Football Group are sitting on that much more money in an MLS system where you're capped anyway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you've got the resources to do it. Just do it. But whatever. They play in a baseball stadium. I don't even care.